Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in the Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, King of Pennants, or Rips and Brews, either one.
Yeah, all one and the same. One and the same. So we're back with episode number 60, Andy. Number 60. Getting there. Almost triple figures.
We are officially in the golden years. Is that what it is?
Yeah, we're almost at AARP level.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Retirement era coming soon.
Yeah. I hope I retire before 60 for sure, but
I'm
I'm ready now.
Yeah, me
What's
too.
up? What's up, Brandon Patterson? Brandon Patterson's in the house. Phil 5 Dimes in the house. Bats there sick. Kind of hit a curveball straight. Whoa, Hawkeye Mike's in the house. Hawkeye Mike was just hanging out over on Dibdit. Bought a few Native American cards from me. Thanks, Mike.
Cool.
All right, guys. So what we're back to the sports category this week. We're going to draft our favorite sportscasters, and this is any sport, I guess TV or radio. We didn't really put rules on it. I'm sure most of them are going to be TV.
Yeah,
we didn't. Yeah.
No, I think you can do any announcer. I mean, we're not not specialized.
Yeah. And eventually we'll do worst announcer because I think that's even more of a fun list.
Well,
I have a lot of announcers.
You had a lot of hate in that one.
Yeah, I live more with hate than love as far as like.
No, you could just stop it there.
No, that's not true. So, but yeah, that'll be a fun one. I'm looking forward to this one. On that note, Andy, let me get to this here. 1 second. What is this?
Oh, this is just me dancing, by the way, because. Winner.
Oh, maybe you don't know. You don't know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's what I was looking for right here.
Oh, jeez, taking forever. I was dancing way too long.
Yeah, somehow, Andy, you pulled out a victory.
Not somehow. That's a pretty decisive win, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I
want to.
Finally won the draft, Andy. Finally won a draft.
King of won a draft? That's interesting.
King of won a draft. I mean, it's lucky you got the words right that well, right? You got your like Miss America sash on.
I don't know how you like what you are typing in, but it is ridiculous. Christopher, yes, all sports announcers. It can be any sport though. It doesn't have to be, any specific one or anything like that. And there's probably even some crossovers between people that have done sports and non-sports, I think, to a certain degree. There are some announcers that have done both. I mean,
what kind of thing that's a non-sport has an announcer?
Well, not an announcer, but I mean, people could be doing other stuff too. Like, didn't one of the Gumballs? I mean, I know one of the Gumballs was an announcer in sports and did. I remember he announced maybe one or two games. It was Brian Gumbel. Who was it? It was Brian Gumbel, and then there was somebody else, right? There's another Gumbel. Gumbel was an announcer.
How many times are you going to say Gumbel?
I keep saying it. I love that.
I didn't know there was more than one Gumbel, to be honest. Milky, yeah, that's Keith Jackson. Yeah. I like the tight end better myself. Great tight end for the Birds.
It's going to be a hot one.
Yeah, Keith was pretty good. Keith, you mean Keith Jackson, number 88. Randall throwing to Keith Jackson.
Sure. Whatever you say.
It would have had in the Fog Bowl. He just missed Keith Jackson.
He's not talking about. He's literally not talking about him. You're going off on a tangent for somebody else. It's like me talking about Mike Smith, and it's like it's somebody completely different.
Yeah, that's true. So there we go. So yeah, back to sports with the favorite sportscasters. And before I forget, tomorrow morning I'm on Dan and DeMan's new podcast, the Seat Open podcast, which I think he told me it's going to be out at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So definitely, it's fun. It's a very like free flowing conversation over there. So there's no like segments, no like interview style, just two guys shooting the whatever. I don't like this. I hate that word. Shooting that word. But anyway, it's a fun one. And then after that,
I hope you're better on the mic on the podcast than you're shooting the no.
And after that, after Dan podcast comes out at 8 a.m., me and Dan are doing a co-hosted Dibdit show tomorrow morning. I'm doing it live from the warehouse. Sean saw my warehouse preview today. I was giving him a tour over on Dibdit. It's quite an embarrassing tour.
Question: are you selling similar stuff? Or because I know Dan sometimes sells like food and sometimes he sells random toys. He does sell cards, I think, on occasion.
I think that's all he's selling is cards, I believe.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's a vintage variety. I have some cards too, but mainly I'm I have anything from a pair of boots to a bunch of hats to some dolls to I have all kind of stuff ready to go.
So it's gonna. So you're telling me it's as your dib is as focused as the podcast is.
Yeah. Free flow. 11 a.m. tomorrow, Mark, on dibdib.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know. My wife still calls me a hoarder, but I'm happy to sell all of that stuff. I don't want any of it.
Yes.
But we bought from a hoarder.
Because I need to get out of that. I need to get out of that thing very quickly.
Yeah. It's a nice overhead we have over there.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's done a little sport play-by-play too.
Well, that's a good point. Like Chris Berman, it's very similar. Like he does that, but Berman's definitely done some games. It's funny because some of these guys who do that do not do well on the other side. Do not do well calling games or because most of them are not the color. They're all like calling the games, and they're not good at it. I think. Yeah. But we're only counting the quality of the person, I would say, or the announcer on the announcing, not his body of work. So, you can't call Chris Berman calling games, but like him because he, was a good, whatever,
I disagree completely with that assessment.
We're talking. Oh, so you're saying you could have a guy who called a game and now he's a great announcer? Because and he does something else? That doesn't make sense.
Hold on. I was trying to fix my Canva, like my spreadsheet thing here, and I accidentally gave you a loss instead of a win because you were talking to me. I fixed it.
So I would say Tom Brady is getting better. I don't think he's very good yet.
No, he's brutal.
It's pretty rough that he is the Super Bowl announcer too. I mean, of all people, I think Olsen, the tight end, is a better announcer than he is. If you wanted a sports guy,
I mean, the problem is,
I guess it depends on what station too, though.
Almost every announcer is utterly brutal, right? That's the problem. When you have a guy who's first year on the job, he's your top guy, just because he's a big name and he got paid a massive contract. But I mean, it's just the state of announcing is, There aren't any John Maddens out there anymore.
Mookie agrees with me. So he could take Berman, but you can't you don't get Berman for his sports hosting. You get Berman when he's calling games.
But with Berman, he's doing play-by-play on NFL primetime. He's calling the plays.
That's not an announcer, though. That's not an announcer. That's not. That's like no. It's like somebody doing the news. That's not what it is. That's not.
No. It's not doing the news because those guys aren't giving play-by-play of the firefighter.
Yeah, but he's not announcing the game. You said announcers. He's not announcing the game. He's
announcing the replays.
No,
yeah, he's
what we're finding out is he's got a lot of these guys on his list.
Where does how does this just announcing or anchoring when he's like, he may go all the way?
First of all, it wasn't he may. He could.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's calling play-by-play in a sense in his NFL primetime.
So I agree, Hawkeye. I know he's definitely called games. There are a bunch of these guys have called games. But what I'm saying is you cannot judge him based off of his work on ESPN, doing the, whatever, doing the, I don't know what they call it, the hosting.
I didn't, Chris. I didn't go. This is what I was torn. My dad didn't want to go. My brother-in-law couldn't go. My son didn't really want to go. So
I did hear that the tickets were actually lower, right? Because people they're.
I mean, that's what they said, but they're still the cheapest seat's still $7,000. So it's not like
I don't know. I heard it in passing. They were saying that they were they're not as expensive as they've been, maybe, or I don't know.
Well, I think that's the case when there's a lot like for the Chiefs when they were there 3 years in a row. It's and similar with the Eagles, right? I mean, the Eagles were there 3 times in 8 years. I mean, that's for a fan base to pay out $13,000 every other year.
If you hadn't been there in 10 years, you would have definitely gone to the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. 2 years ago, and especially coming to spending $12,000, coming back with a loss. I don't really care about money. I don't care about money at all. I resell because I love to resell. I love the treasure hunt of it. I really don't give a crap about money, but it's still a lot to pay to fly home on a funeral of a flight.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so should we get into this?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into popping.
Yeah, let's get it a popping. That's
Did that really? The Pro Bowl cost that much? I'm surprised by that. I mean, I guess is that in Costa Rica? Where was it this year? Wasn't it? It usually used to be in Hawaii, but
I think it's in Orlando. I think it's in Orlando every year. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's in. I could be wrong on that.
That's crazy. I did not think that would be. That would not be a game I would really want to go see, the Pro Bowl.
No, I mean, maybe back in the day it was pretty cool, but not. I don't think it's in Hawaii anymore, Christopher. I mean, it used to be in Hawaii every year, but I don't think it is. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I know it used to be, but I really didn't watch it. I saw some highlights of random things, but yeah, nothing.
No, I watched none of it.
I mean, they're doing like it's flag football and stuff now, and it's like, yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
a lot of people don't even want to show up. So,
all right, let's get the wheel of names up here to figure out who dressed first. After we had we already had a heated debate with this draft on Chris Berman.
Well, I mean, I think maybe you go Chris Berman because a lot of people.
Whoop. That's one of his lines too. Whoop.
Whoop. Oh, I thought you had Tourette's all of a sudden.
No.
No, but I mean, if you take him, I think people would just vote against you. That's my opinion, but you can do what you want.
I'm not afraid of that.
All right. He's going to take Chris Berman. I'm not. Or am I?
Let's get it spinning. Can you hear that?
I can, yeah.
It's weird. I never hear it on my end.
All right. Okay. I like my start. All right. What do you think our fan base, the people that are live, I shouldn't say fans, I should say viewers. Do you think they lean towards one team or another more than other teams? Do you think the fan base leans one way or another? Like in terms of who they root for teams?
I'm really confused what you're asking me here. Like, what? I think they're more.
I mean, the people that watch you, do you think they're predominantly Eagles fans, or do you think they're?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like you get a lot of love for that. So for that reason, I'm going to go with a little guy named Merrill Reese. Merrill Reese, the longtime announcer for. Keith, I apologize for this, and I knew this was going to hurt you a lot. And in fact, I can sort of see into the future sometimes. And this is actually what you're going to look like. Yes, that's right. It's time that I take some big swings. And Keith, this is you look really upset, and you have your little "I love Merrill Reese" pennant and everything. It's really sad.
That actually looks more like Merrill Reese than me, I will say. That looks a lot like Merrill Reese.
Yeah. Well, he's wearing the new sport flips out, so.
Let's take note, chat, and everyone who watches the replay, that a lot of his first overall picks are pure spite, pure hatred, pure stabbing me. He's making a mockery of his draft.
Yeah, no, not a mockery, but yeah, they're definitely out of spite.
Yeah, he's like the Buddy Ryan first overall in the past.
Yep.
I mean, but no, Merrill Reese, he's worthy of the one pick. But
yeah, I agree. Look how bad he is. You would have taken him number one, I assume, right?
I don't think I would have taken a number one because I was trying to go more broad spectrum because I would say probably a lot of the chat probably never heard Merrill Reese, but no,
I disagree. But I think I'm going to get a vote from maybe
picking and
punching, right? I get a vote from there. I think I get a couple votes.
Yeah,
and I mean, chat. Who doesn't like a good spiteful pick, right? I mean, it's kind of fun to do that. You can see his face just complete. Yeah.
Yeah, you never heard.
Yeah, but he loves a pick. It's a spiteful pick. It's great. That's how you do it. You got to spite.
I'm sure you heard him, Mookie. You've heard him on replays on on NFL primetime. Merrill calling it's good. The field goal call.
It's great. Spot on. I could barely. It sounded exactly like him. Well,
I'm not an impressionist.
Keith likes Merrill Reese so much that he would put listening to games that he calls when he's running did and stuff like that, right? Don't you?
Oh yeah. If any of you guys have been in my Whatnot shows, the last few weeks I've done Eagles hat shows, and I Merrill Reese highlights playing throughout my whatnots. So, yeah.
Anyway, respect the spite. There we go. That's my first pick. Merrill Reese. Did you write that down?
I didn't write it down yet, no.
Yeah. He was great in what's that? Major League, right? Bob Uecker, he was like,
yeah,
just a bit outside.
Yeah, very good.
Right. He's thrown. He's so upset. This is my favorite pick I've had in a long time.
All right, I'm going to the guy. This guy really made football back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. He was the voice of the NFL. And to the point where he's had game franchises named after him. Great. I mean, he was the Berman of play-by-play, the color man, because he had a lot of like one-liners and like
boom,
boom. I'm gonna go on John Madden, the legendary John Madden. I mean, that's the number one overall pick for the people.
I mean, it sounds like you just don't like Merrill Reese that much.
Just move on. Leave Merrill alone.
That's what I hear. He said so that's what I'm hearing.
But John Madden, I mean, yeah, like even his commercials, man. Tough acting, Tinactin. Remember his Tough acting, Tinactin commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
did Merrill Reese have any commercials or anything? I feel like he's had stuff, right?
I don't know if I've ever seen a Merrill Reese commercial, to be honest. I mean, radio commercials, I'm sure. But yeah, and his like his Stratocaster, like the guy's going here and he's circling and just it's all a bunch of like gibberish he's writing on the board, right? It was you never understand what he was writing. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So, good, strong pick. I don't know if it's Merrill Reese strong, but it's strong.
All right. We're moving on.
He's still throwing.
Hurtful first round. Let's move on to this.
Sale of the week.
All right, guys. This segment, we show each other our sales of the week, meaning to guess each other's selling prices. We want to get within 10% to win. Third item overall is for the giveaway. We're in week 9 of the 12-week giveaway process for the $50 gift card. The winner is going to get 2 packs of your choosing. And for people who haven't been here, we have the special horse race presentation yet again. We have a new horse in the stable this week.
and we can tease this a little bit, Keith, right? We have the holy grail of videos coming for the final week. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna
we have a special throwback video from me and Andy that we're going to show after the giveaway, the overall 12th week giveaway. So we'll save that for a few weeks here. Let me get to my first time. Andy, we also have a mail-in sale of the week as well. Mail-in viewer sale of the week too. So I'll do that last.
Okay.
That's not for the giveaway. But let me get my first item here.
Color me intrigued.
Mine is an all bird kind of week. All birds. Go Bird, the Go Bird special here.
Was Merrill Reese calling games back then?
He was not. He was not.
Okay. All right. So this is a program from the 1960s World Championship game. Oh, interesting.
Yep. 1960 NFL Championship game. Not only a program, but also a ticket. But the ticket is taped to the cover.
Interesting.
This actually was in my collection a long time when I thought I was buying some Super Bowl tickets. I'm like, let me appease the wife a little bit, sell a couple big pieces from the collection. This one I already have. I have the ticket and the program already. This is a duplicate. This is the nicest program I've ever had or ever seen. But
what do you mean, like, and how it
condition-wise? Condition-wise. I mean, the program is immaculate, except the ticket's taped to the cover, and I mean that you're not going to get that off too easily. And
does that help? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help. I mean, I guess some people may want it. Some people may want.
Yeah, it helps it and hurts it, right? It helps it because you get a ticket and a program. It hurts it if you wanted to get either the ticket or the program graded. Yeah. So
you couldn't did you try like steaming it off or anything like that, or
no? I don't. No, because the tape is going to leave residue on probably both of them, maybe paper loss. So I think it was better to sell it as it was. So you have a couple guesses in the chat. 200 from Brandon Patterson. Mark Hoyle's in at 350. Real Life Perspective Show's in at 215.
Should talk to my dad. He probably had some type of like chemical he could have used to take off.
Well, I'm an expert in removing paper from things, but not. I didn't want to mess with this one.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
800 from Chris Nutter, 450 from Mookie, 249.99 from Hawkeye Mike, Phil 5 Dime at 365.95.
Everybody thinks it's a good one. I agree. I think it's good. The fact that you said you're selling off some big items to pay for the tickets, that implies that it's pretty.
Well,
high.
Not necessarily pay for all the tickets, but
I know, to offset some. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna go kind of in the mix of everybody. I'm gonna go $499.99.
$499.99.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. Okay, give me 1 second.
Ooh. All right.
I was gonna get a good one.
Oh, I see. A good win, right? I'm sure it's a good win.
I think I got my swagger back.
Oh boy, he is taking him to town, baby. This is not your week. Wow. 2 for 2, baby. I made him sad, then I made him sad again.
Oh, that hurts.
This is great. This is my favorite episode we've done so far. I can tell you right now. This is great.
This is the sadness before the joy on Sunday. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm rooting for him. All right, here we go. Am I already sharing? That's weird.
Yeah, you're sharing. You just got to switch the tab. Share this tab instead.
Okay.
Thanks, Brandon.
Hold on. All right. So this is a night. I don't know what the year is, but it's a fairly newish, I would say. It's like kind of the sort of softer felt, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lacrosse league pennant, which you don't see very often.
Andy, this message is for you, Andy.
All right.
Very true, Hawkeye Mike. Very true.
It's true. It's really shining right now, though. I can tell you that.
Mark, yeah, your question, if the ticket wasn't taped to it, what do you think you could get? I assume you were trying to say.
Individually, I guess, right? Is it?
Yeah, I would have put like, I think 600 on the program, maybe a little bit more because it was such a clean program. I would say the ticket maybe $350 on the ticket. So it definitely would have been more, but
yeah.
I mean, I might have taken it to a paper conservator. I've used like a really expensive local paper conservator in the past locally, but I didn't want to put more money into it. All right, Mark's in at $25.99. Brandon's in at $39.99. Phil's in at $29.95. Pork Palin's in the house. What's up, Pork? We're at $45. Sorry. What's up? $45 for my Pork Palin. Yeah, lacrosse pennants, you don't see them too much, right? That helps. And I know I've sold a lot of lacrosse stuff, and it does well. I think Pork Palin and Chris Nutter are in the right idea here in their range. I'm gonna go $42 on this one. $42 is my guess. Hawkeye Mike's in at $50.
Okay. Let's just find out if Keith wins or loses. Let's see here. I don't see. That's weird.
All the wins are at the bottom, I think, Eddie.
Oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
That's a good one. It's kind of fitting because that just happened again, didn't it? Or is that coming up? I forget which.
I don't know. Was that Oscars or Grammys? I don't know what that was.
Oscars, I think, maybe.
No, that was the Grammys. It just happened.
Okay.
Oh, it was darn close.
You were darn tootin' close. I
almost said 48 was my first guess, and I changed it.
Yeah, it was close. I'll give you credit for that. Yeah, it was. I mean, those things do sell for more. I mean, it took a while, but they sell for more than you think. Like you said, I think because there's not that many of them out there.
Sure. All right. So the next item is for the giveaway. So again, the winner of the giveaway, you get to choose between 2 non-sport or 2 sport packs. sent to me free of charge. Sent from me.
Oh, that is so lovely of you.
And you also get in on the giveaway, the 12-week special giveaway we're running. That the most giveaway winners, the person who wins the most giveaways over 12 weeks gets a $50 gift card to one of our eBay stores or combination of both.
However you want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, so far the winners, we have 9 winners or 8 winners, right?
Eight winners.
This is week 9. So we have 8 winners. So
has 2.
yeah. So we're going to take you through the winners so far. So we're going to get this started right now.
All right. So the horses have entered the stable. No, the paddock. I don't know what they've entered. But first place with 2 wins, Mark Hoyle riding Thunderbolt. And now the remaining picks, the remaining people all have 1 win. So we're just going to go in no random order. We're going to go Brandon Patterson riding Italian Stallion. And we got, next up we have Harry Humstone riding Pull Up Christopher. Coming up next, we have Real Life Perspective Show riding Silver. Love the glasses. In 5th place, we have Mookie Chilson riding Who Farted. Strong back end there. Next up, we have Rushmore riding George. And then we have next Soda City Flips.
Nope.
Sorry. Phil 5 Dime riding the Pony Soprano. Sorry. Okay, I'm confused there. They're starting to run together. And lastly, we have Soda City Flips riding Talk Derby to Me.
Yep. New horse to the stable here, Soda City Flips.
It's a strong looking horse.
And as you know that Soda City Flips, he's even holding a mint julep in his hand.
I did notice that.
Did you notice that?
Touch. Nice touch.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what that is. That like a trophy in the other hand?
I guess so.
It
looks like a trophy with a milkshake in it or something.
Yeah, like a loving cup.
Yeah.
So there we got it. So we got 8 contestants, and so we have. I mean, Mark has a one length lead, but it's anyone's game, anyone's race still, right?
Sure is.
So what's up? Rushmore's in the house. All right, so let me get to the item here.
Pony Soprano, you know it. Brand, you're still Italian Stallion. That's still one of the strongest looking horses, I think, in my opinion.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I think they're all good. I
all
like
good. They're all
hoof-hearted with the head, and the rider and the horse having the same head. It's a fun amalgamation.
Sometimes AI makes some brilliant mistakes.
Yeah.
I will say. Yeah. I like Talk Derby to Me too. That's a nice.
Yeah. They're all good.
Right. So what do you got? Some game used, game worn?
No, not at all. These are vintage 1990 starter brand Eagles like wind pants.
Okay.
Wind pants. I would have kept these, but they were a little too big. Didn't keep them. But they get the stripe down the side. They're starter brand.
Nice. Nice.
Starter is definitely a good brand for vintage clothing, and Eagles are a good team for vintage clothing.
Okay. So what would you say? Large? These are size large?
Yeah, I would say that's a large XL, maybe XL.
Okay. Because I think that does matter too. You don't want
Yeah, bigger the better typically. For vintage clothing for sure.
You're saying vintage clothing buyers are not always in the
No, well generally vintage clothing runs smaller.
Oh, I see.
So like for me, I might wear I'm more like a modern medium, except the biceps. I get a large just for the biceps, right? But for vintage clothing, I get an XL because they run a lot smaller.
There's no chance.
They usually have a little more bicep room in the vintage.
You don't need any bicep room.
All right, so we got a couple guesses in the chat. The Real Life Perspective Show is in at $79. We have Hawkeye Mike in at $89.99. Brandon Patterson at $150. Mark's in at $80.99. I'd Pork Palin's in at $95. Rushmore shows at $180.
I'm kind of wondering what I'd Pork Palin's horse would be named.
Yeah, I'm sure not. I was thinking the same thing. I was sort of rooting for I'd Pork Palin.
What AI is going to do to you?
But AI has some rules of what you can ask for too, so it might be a challenge.
Christopher Nutter in 225.
Yep, 225 for Chris.
Whew, man, I don't know these very well. Starter brands I know is good.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that, Mookie, but I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah, he's got too much crotch room is the problem, and anything he wears. There's a lot of
my tailor knows when I take him back. You know what to do.
Yeah,
I'll
pull them up, sew them.
Oh no,
sew them up higher.
Mookie's in at $50. Phil 5 Dimes in at $78.95.
Okay, 90s starter. I feel he's pretty strong. Okay, I'll give a few more minutes. I think that's pretty much everybody, though, right? A lot of people.
Yeah, that's a healthy number of guesses.
Okay.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 13 people here, so and that's 9 guesses. So anyone else wants to get in? I think I counted it right. A couple of people just left on that. so we might be good now. But yeah, this is for a giveaway, guys. You get 2 vintage packs, either sports or non-sports, you're choosing, and you get entered into the horse race.
We're not roasting any horses, don't worry.
No. But on that note, Andy, at the championship game, there was a guy rolling around a shopping cart with like a fire, coals.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see it on the news?
Yeah, he had like a pig.
Yeah,
on
he's
right?
roasting a pig like on the go. Didn't seem super safe.
No, yeah, you don't say.
Yeah,
I don't think that safety is their number one.
Yeah,
idea there. So,
absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go. I think it's right. I'm going to be close to Iport Palin. I'm going to go with 89. Everybody's taking my no. Okay. I'm going to go with 74.99 is my guess.
Okay.
And I'll see if anybody else comes in late, but I think we're good to go.
Okay, you're good to go?
Man, I still go, 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 go.
It's all right. I can't be perfect. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be...
I think it's Rushmore. It's pretty close, right?
Rushmore. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, Chris
close.
Nutter was very close, too. Yeah.
You're right.
So we have
our first second horse.
Tied for first with the Rushmore show.
Well
George pulling it up at the late in the race here.
So that's 2. All right. It's our still anybody's race, I think, but that's 2 for GW right there.
Yep, that George W. just tied it. It's coming up in the. Obviously, I'm not a great announcer for a horse race.
No, you're not. I didn't know what you were trying to say there.
I didn't either. I shouldn't even start it. You gotta have a plan when you start talking, right?
Yeah,
you should be like, no, how you gonna finish your sentence?
It doesn't hurt. It does not hurt.
No. So all right, okay. So there we go. Rushmore, do you want a sport, non-sport, or one of each? You let me know. I'll get something out in the road to you, and you get a special label on your package as well. Yeah, Eddie, right?
No, don't let him touch your package. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I have to. I'm gonna mail it.
Keith, would you like? I can send him something. Do you want me to send him?
Oh, you want to send it? Yeah, you can do it.
Should I send him? Should I send him this? No.
I mean, if you want to send the packs, yeah, you go for it.
I don't have the packs, but all right. I mean, I did do one more too. This is just really kind of sad. I wasn't sure really. This is before Merrill Reese. I wasn't sure if I was going to get him or not. So, I thought you'd just be sad anyway. So, it's going one of each.
That looked like it was Lincoln Financial Field though in the background.
Could be.
Yeah, it looked like it was. All right, man, you got it. One of each. That works. All right. Back to the draft here. So when Merrill Reese, John Madden, round 1 here. So it's back to me, right? Back to me.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not going to let you do this again to me. So one of the most classic announcers in sports, on par with Merrill Reese, but a different sport. I'm going to go with Harry Callis. And I know there was a comment early on before this podcast came out about a different announcer. Harry Callis was a great Phillies announcer for many, many years.
I would
I
not
mean-
have taken that. So you were fine. You were fine.
Oh man, you got to listen to some of his great calls, where especially some of his Chase Utley calls, even how he announced certain names, Mickey Morandini. You know, that's just how he pronounces Mickey. Yeah, remember that?
I do. Yeah.
There we go. So
okay, Strong. I don't really know him very well, so
you don't know him very well. You grew up in Philly. How do you
I
not
know.
know Harry Callis?
I know Harry Carey.
No, you've heard Harry Callis more than
I'm sure
Harry
I
Carey.
have. I'm sure I have. But all right, let's see. There's a lot of good ones out there still, obviously. I'm gonna go. This is for his body of work, really, because I don't think his recent stuff is very good, per se. But he is a legendary announcer. Does all types of stuff. He did, football. I don't know if he did baseball. Maybe he did. But he did hockey. He did the Olympics. I'm gonna go with Al Michaels. Classic guy who's really. He's still announcing, which is insane. He's got to be damn near 80 at this point.
Which I think hurts your pick, the fact that he's still announcing, because he is brutal these days. But I know maybe we're considering the best of the person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's like, that hurts him, man, because he's like, but that also falls back to what we talked about, that there's like a dearth of good announcers. So these guys who were good 20 years ago are still there, even though they're like,
no, that's
they're
true.
calling guys names who are on the opposite team for plays. It's like, there's a couple guys like him, but yeah,
sure.
it's a good name. Just for the miracle, right? That's
Yeah. That's one of the most classic, probably announcements ever, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely
there's a lot of names I don't know very well. Some of these guys it's funny because I bet some are kind of local kind of heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the last couple from Rushmore, I don't know very well. Obviously Phil Rizzuto, I know he's a Yankees announcer. I know him more from the Seinfeld episode where I think George lost his keychain in under the street. And every time they walked over it, Rizzuto would go, "Holy cow." I think that was Rizzuto, right? Hawkeye Mike? And obviously everyone knows Howard Cosell.
Yeah, of course.
In fact, that was one of my members only videos was about Howard Cosell. I have a signed ticket of his when he got drunk in an Eagles game when he was announcing and vomited up on Don Meredith's shoes.
You know way too much about weird stuff, but go for it.
It's very nice of you. All right, so let's get to our next segment here. And let's do this one here. Let's do this one.
I don't like your smile.
Troll of the week.
So we haven't done a troll of the week in a while, and I have a couple trolls. I've had a lot of trolls lately because I had a short blow up pretty well, and anytime you have a short that does well, and I will say when you're on Whatnot or Dibdit live streaming to YouTube, man, the trolls they flock. Some of these, I'm blocking people left and right. But anyway,
Orlando, right? Hey, am I right on that?
Oh, what's up, Orlando? I didn't see you come in.
Look at that.
Come in, man.
Starting to.
Oh, really? Yeah, man. Yeah, you made it when you got a troll that is coming back, I guess.
Yeah.
But I have a couple trolls here. Let me get the first troll. Where the hell is the first troll?
Oh, we got multiple trolls here.
Oh, I forgot to show. We can do that at the end. I forgot to show the guest sale of the week.
Oh, yeah.
So this was directed at me. This is short and sweet. What a schmuck from Big Bad Wolf. Pretty cool name, Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
But that wasn't that hurtful. You ended it with a smiley face, with a blushing smiley face. Don't really know what to make of that. But this was a little bit more hurtful. This was on one of our live rips, Andy.
Uh-oh.
What does that king of babbling guy always look like he's struggling to talk about nothing? Remind me of the drunk from The Simpsons that was always at the bar. Kind of looks like him too. No, don't make fun of it. No, I will say this. I put it in the troll of the week. Dave C is a subscriber, so thank you very much, Dave C. But he is talking about you, Andy.
I don't know if he's talking about me.
Yeah. But I made this for Dave C.
Oh, jeez.
He's even in Moe's bar.
There you go.
You like that? And hold on, I get this. Or is it sad?
Slowly.
Oh yeah, we all had a good laugh, Mo. Oh yeah, we all had.
So a little Barney in there. You like that?
Lovely.
So that wasn't that. I wasn't going to show that because I thought it might be mean, but I'm like, Andy can take it. I talked to my wife. She's like, yeah, you're all right with that?
Very rude. I don't think he should be a subscriber anymore. We're going to boot him.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh, he is he? Okay.
he's a laughing emoji in there. He was trying to laugh along with us.
Well, I have to fill the void sometimes when you don't talk, so that's why I'm king babbling, I guess.
So, but anyway, on that note, so do you like that nickname or do you not like that nickname?
No, I think we're gonna pass on that one.
But I have a new nickname that was coined over on the Trash to Cast podcast. But I want you to call me this, Andy. This is from the Trash to Cast podcast that came out yesterday.
Vintage Sports Flips, Keith.
Yep.
We call him Pennant Daddy.
Pennant Daddy. Yep.
Pennant Daddy.
Yep.
We got
Pennant Daddy, Andy.
No.
Is that you to call me Pennant Daddy?
I'm not. You were not Pennant Daddy at all. Oh no, I don't take it personal at all. I don't care. I'm just messing around with him. I just want to make Keith feel bad. I'm gonna try to make Keith feel bad though.
No.
I'm gonna text him after this and say that really hurts my feelings. And
I put up hateful stuff about myself in the troll of the week.
Yeah,
we don't.
I could care.
I do delete troll comments pretty often, but especially when they're like, if they get a little too nasty. But these were not too nasty.
Yeah. No, I don't care. I could care less.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Back to my pick again, right?
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right. So I got a lot to go through, but okay. I'm going to go.
That's where we're at so far, by the way. This right here. So we had Merrill Reese, John Madden, Harry Callis, Al Michaels so far.
So I'm going to go with another multi-sport, multidisciplinary type of person. What are you laughing at?
That's like king of babbling right there.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. I was laughing at something else.
No, you weren't.
In the chat.
Yeah, in the chat, sure. So he's done all types of sports. I think he's probably best known for golf, though, I guess, or at least recently. I'm going to go with Jim Nance.
All right. Not bad. I didn't have him on my list, but that's not bad.
Jim Nance did, I want to say he did hundreds of football games. I have to see. I want to say he's one of the biggest, he had the most games that anybody's ever done. I think he was over 300 football games that he's done. And he does, of course, many big golf ones. So I think he does U.S. Open, maybe? I forget. But yeah, I mean, he does everything. So he's a rock star.
Yeah,
All
I don't watch much golf, but I know he's a big name. And he's like the name associated with golf announcing, right? More than most.
Yeah. So he's done NFL, NCAA, basketball, which of course he does like the one shining moment and stuff, doesn't he always talk about that? Like anyway. So yeah,
was he the announcer in Happy Gilmore?
It may have been. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, let me see what ones he's done for I don't know what he's done for golf, but I think he's done multiple golf ones, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Brandon.
That was Vern Lundquist, by the way.
That did what?
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think there's multiple top-tier announcers left still, honestly. There's a lot of good ones left, which is why, I mean, like, you could really – yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them left.
Yeah. There's some guys that just are sort of classic voices or, like, just associated with that one sport, that one thing. So, all right. I'm going to go with a guy that I don't think is going to be on a lot of lists. He's not like – he's not old school.
I love when you do this.
I love this dude, though. I love this dude, especially on his radio broadcasts.
Okay.
I like, back when I was a writer in like high school writing papers, I liked a very flowery description of what was going on. Like I like a lot of detail. I like to paint the picture, not to let the action speak, but I wanted to like paint the picture myself. Okay. And this guy does this. This guy does this even when there's something as simple as a squirrel running on the field. Kevin Harlan, he could like paint that picture. Like, and he'll be calling a play.
Who's Kevin Harlan?
You never heard of Kevin Harlan? I'm sure you've heard him.
Okay, maybe.
He's a
Who's
great
he
announcer. Mostly NFL football, but he does other sports as well.
Huh.
But like Westwood One, he does a lot of like radio for Westwood One, but he does some TV games. But he'll be calling like a 5-yard run. And you're listening on the radio, and you're thinking it's like a 30-yard run, because he's like, he must have mentioned the hash marks like 3 times in the play, and like, but it's like a 5-yard run. But listen to some of. He has a great call, and there was like a squirrel on the field in an NFL game.
Yeah.
And he just casually broke into the play call of the squirrel. It was like calling it going down the field and like faking out like someone trying to catch it. Maybe it was a cat. It's either a squirrel or a cat, but whatever it was great.
It's funny. We need to. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because some of these guys are well known, and then some of these guys I just know their voice, but I don't know who they are necessarily. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know their name per se, but I've heard them so much.
And I think for him, I think he like does so much detail. His announcing is it's probably as good for TV as it is for radio. I mean, it's like because he paints more of a picture. You don't need to do that in TV. You can let it breathe.
He does. Does he do like March Madness stuff too? Or I feel like I don't know.
I don't think he does. Let me look.
Yeah, I think he.
Oh, he does do NCAA basketball, NCAA football, NBA.
Okay.
I know I've seen him on the NBA.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I can almost hear his voice in my head now. So
let me look up something real fast. Kevin Harland.
Harlan, I think it's not Harland, right?
Harlan. Yeah, no D on the end.
Yeah.
Was it a squirrel or cat? Let's see. There it is. All right.
You want to put it? You gonna put it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to share it. There's like a copyright strike here. Do you have audio on your end? I can't. I have no audio.
I don't hear it.
All right. Maybe
Come
now.
on the field, and the
Here
cat
now?
runs into the end zone.
I can't hear it. Is he calling it?
Yeah.
And the cat is elusive, kind of like Barkley and Elliott.
And
But
he's
he
like
didn't know
talks
where
about
to go.
the
Look at, they're
people
trying
in the
to
stands like
corner
freaking
him.
out at some point.
And they got him in the end zone. There are state troopers all around this cat, which now climbs up into the stands. And the fans are running for their life. Now it goes back on the field again. It's running in the back of the end zone. And it runs up the tunnel.
All right, I can't really hear anything.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I know. I knew his voice. Yeah, that was the voice I was hearing. But yeah, no, he's a good voice for sure.
Yeah. All right. Did you pick yet? I gotta find my tab again because I messed up. I lost my tab here.
Yeah, I think that was the second pick, right?
Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get to a segment here.
Find of the week.
All right. So, Andy, I don't know if you have any finds over there this week.
Nah. I don't think so.
That's fine. So I got 2. So first, pick this guy up.
Oh boy.
So this is
that looks like a helmet they wear in like an insane asylum.
Yeah. It's a 1910s aviator style head harness. It's like expandable up front, and
high tech, huh?
Yeah. So actually, I've sold them a couple times before, but the interesting thing is the last time I sold one of them, I sold it to a dude. In Kuwait, who I don't know, maybe works for an oil industry over there, and he rides antique motorcycles, like Indian motorcycles.
Oh, really?
That's cool. Wears these helmets while he's riding those motorcycles. So
really?
We bought this like $1,200 helmet to like ride on a motorcycle with. So I might reach back out to him if I could.
Clearly, he doesn't want any protection.
Yeah, he just wants to look. Because they did wear football helmets back in that time period a little bit, riding motorcycles.
Okay.
So,
cool.
So I bought that from a buddy at my antique market. He reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, I was going to price this at this price. What do you think of that price?" And I told him what it was. And I'm like, "That's too low, but I'll buy it at that price if you want to sell it." So he knew I was going to buy it with some room on it. So
yeah.
So that's one find. This find, though, I also made. Let me get to this. I don't know if you saw my Instagram this week, Andy, but I was out at...
Well, you know me. I am very teed in at your...
yeah. So I was out at my antique market on Sunday, And I was walking down the aisle of this place, and I hear these two guys talking about, let's go get a hacksaw so we can decapitate her. I'm like, what the hell? What is this conversation about? Right? I'm like,
something you want to overhear?
So of course I go right over. What's going on? What's going on over here?
He loves the murder. He loves a good murder. He's all in.
So what they were talking about was this. This like 6 foot tall paper mache Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my God.
Who's in very bad shape.
You have a serious problem, I'm telling you.
She's missing a leg, but I had the leg. It's in my van.
Is your dad going to do some surgery?
Yeah, my dad's going to repair her. But I think what these guys were planning on doing is taking the head off and just selling the head, which still might be an option. Because
you would love to do that, wouldn't you?
But I'm hoping he'll fix her up for me, put her leg back on. She needs a hand. She needs some work. But it's from the 60s, I think. It's pretty old.
Now, Keith, you cannot keep her.
Come on, man. It's like great for like from what do they call the HOV lane down in DC? That's what it's called down there.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that works.
She's pretty tall too. I'm a tall guy, as we know.
No, he's not. So funny thing is that is only a 4 foot tall statue there.
So
there you go, Eileen. I like it. Eileen Dover.
There you go. I didn't get it at first. Yeah, she does lean. So Shane and I showed this in our Hops to Hits group chat over on Instagram, and Shane and Sean were saying I should get a T-shirt made saying her leg is in my car. Would be funny merch.
You should get her a shirt that says "I'm with stupid."
Yeah, thank you. So there we have it. So that's the two finds this week. Pretty exciting. That Maryland right there was only $60.
Wow.
That was a steal, I think, right?
We'll see, I guess. I mean, maybe a dual-legged Maryland would be, a little bit more, but strong.
Yeah. Well, I had the leg, and it just, I mean, my repair work will be free. My dad is free labor. So.
I mean.
She took the picture. She was not happy with me.
Yeah.
Like, first, I made her come out in the cold. I'm like, what am I doing out here? I'm like, just trust me. Get out here.
Just trust me.
She was pissed off at me, man. So, here we got it.
All right. Good one. Good find there.
Thank you.
Don't see that every day.
No, absolutely. So, there we have it. So, back to the draft here. So, back to me, right? Back to me?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with another one that's like a classic one for a particular sport. Okay. And, I mean, not everyone loves this guy, but, I mean, he's got a classic. I mean, when a certain time of year comes around, you think of this dude, right? You think when March turns the corner, you think of
March turns the corner. You have a way with words, and I'm the bumbler. When March turns the corner,
you don't think that's? I think.
And April peeks her head around the.
Yeah, Brian does want me to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Dick Vitale. I mean, classic voice for March Madness, right? I mean, you got it. He needs to be on the list, and this is 4th round. Needs to be on there.
He's good. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a love and hate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. No, I mean, I think some people absolutely dig him. But yeah, he's not my favorite, but it's a good pick. It's definitely well known and good pick.
Like the diaper dandy. He's got a lot of catchphrases there.
It's unbelievable, baby.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, he's a little over the top, but it's a staple of March Madness when March turns the corner.
When March turns the corner, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go with a contemporary guy. And if you were to talk about somebody bringing the energy to a game, be it basketball, be it NCAA football, I don't think he does many NFL games. But I'll tell you, I would watch him calling chess. And that is one and only Gus Johnson. He is an absolute machine when it comes to calling games. He'll call like a bank shot or like, a random 3-pointer that means nothing to the game, and you'll think it's like the last second shot in the NBA Finals. He's amazing.
I don't even know him.
Oh, you know Gus Johnson.
I probably recognize the voice, but I don't know the name.
Oh yeah. Well, just you know him. you'll have to take a look at them. I'll here. Let me. You got to show your guy. I'll do Gus. Are you looking up Gus or no?
Nah, you look him up.
All right. Well, you keep it going, and I'll bring it up real quick.
Here we go. Sean has a nice little comment here. When March turns the corner, it's crotch strap madness. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, iPork Palin.
All right, let's see if this.
He's a ring announcer, right? So that works. He's not calling play-by-play as much, but
Hold on one sec.
yeah. See, he never heard of me neither. I feel like who's the dude who did like the pregame show with or the halftime show with Shaq and Charles Barkley? Who's that guy? He's bald headed.
The Kenny? Are you talking about?
No, the non-player.
Oh, Ernie.
Ernie Johnson? Is it Ernie Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was a Johnson.
All right, let me. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let me share my screen here. This is I'm not even sure what game this is. Probably not all that important. All right, let me see. Can you hear I guess you can't hear it yet.
I can't hear anything yet, but it's not playing yet.
Can you hear? Did you hear that?
No. Yeah, I can. It's good.
Goes down the field for Smith. Smith! Touchdown, 85 yards! Iowa! Buchalter right next to
I guess he does.
Orton bumps again to the sideline. Batted up. Oh, God! Stokely down the sideline. Did they catch him? Stokely! Wow! Touchdown!
Yeah, come on.
Denver! Unbelievable!
Oh, here we go. Here's the basket.
Turns, flies. Oh, he buried it again. Holloway, 11 to go. Holloway kicks it out. Crawford, 8. Crawford's got to hurry. Oh, no.
That is terrible.
Come
on.
That is
terrible. That's terrible. That's just
amazing.
screaming, man. That is brutal.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's one of my favorites. Okay, that's enough of that. I can't believe you don't know him. Or you know him, right? You've heard the voice before, right?
No, I never heard that dude in my life.
Yeah,
never heard in my life.
You just don't watch college football.
I don't watch a lot of college football, but I mean, obviously, I might have heard him in the NFL. But he can't be announcing for a major channel. That's like radio crap. That's like radio.
No, he announces he's like the biggest announcer in the. He's one of their biggest announcers. I don't know if he calls.
I'm talking about NFL. I'm talking about
NFL very much. He does college football. He does some of the biggest games, and NCAA basketball. He does some of the biggest games.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right. What do we got? Got a little crotch strap.
Oh yeah, let's do crotch strap.
Do you have a little?
Yeah, good
intro.
Let me do this. Let me do this real fast before we do that because we forgot to do this.
Oh, okay.
So this is our guest sale of the week. So we talked about the find of the week last week, but this is a 1982 Topps football album sticker unopened box, sealed box of football stickers. So what do you think that one sold for?
I don't know these very well. Maybe.
And check, guess along if you like.
$69.99.
That's your guess? $69.99.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not laughing at you. It's a guess.
It's a guess, yeah.
All right. Let me do this.
Le
who? The her.
There you go.
Oh,
there
wow.
You're way off on that one. That was a strong sale.
Never know. Didn't even know. That's right.
Yeah, Sean was a lot closer. A lot closer, as was Iborg Palin. Wow, Mark was pretty good. So yeah, that was our viewer here, Chris Nutter's sale. Very nice find. I think he bought that at an auction house. From our conversation. It's a nice flip there.
Very cool.
So let me get to this. Stump the strap. Crotch strap.
It's funny though, but that was your nickname in high school, wasn't it? Crotch strap.
That is not my nickname. I wasn't expecting that.
All right.
Whoop.
Are you gonna? You probably don't have to hide the chat, but if you want to, you can do that. Okay.
Hidden.
Very good. All right, so we are gonna go. Since in honor of the Super Bowl upcoming, I tried to find like who is called the most football games ever, but I couldn't find any stats on that. Like the announcer that's called the most. But so I've decided to flip it a little bit. We're gonna go with. Can you name the top 5 Super Bowl games by not attendance, but by viewership? So I will say. There's some aspects to this that, I think just because it's, newer and stuff like that, more people are watching. So, not all of it is like that. So,
well, yeah, sometimes when you go back in the day, there was nothing on TV.
Right.
But you also didn't really have the global market that you have now. So that's going to change it a lot.
For sure.
So I'll go, am I going to give you a year of the Super Bowl, the number?
I will even say if you want to give me the teams involved or a team involved, whatever, like what game, All right.
I'll go Super Bowl 52, 2017, Eagles, Patriots.
That is not on the list.
So I have top 5. There's a 5 I'm going for?
Yeah, there's 5. There's 5 that I have.
Huh. All right. Let's see. This is going to be a hard list. I'll just go with the more modern ones, but I'm trying to think what games had more interest. I'm going Eagles again. Let's go Eagles 2022. Eagles Chiefs. I don't know what Super Bowl 57 was that?
Super Bowl 57. That's number 2. So 115 million people. I don't know if it's which one it was, like how it actually is, if it's at one point or like I don't know. That's how they determine it. So that's yes. So 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, right? Yeah, 2 years.
2 years ago. Yeah. I'm trying to think who was the year before that. So that would have been Buccaneers, I think, were that year, right? Buccaneers and who did the Buccaneers beat? That wouldn't be it. Cowboys haven't been in one since 1993, 94, 95. So that was barely even like, the NFL was not global at that point. So there can't be a Cowboy Super Bowl.
Knock yourself through that. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
The Lions Super Bowl. They've got a lot of view. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna choose that one. I'll go last year. Let's just go last year. Chiefs.
Last year, number 1. Number 1 on the list. The Swift effect. 123 million. It's Swifties? 8 million more than the previous year.
Yeah,
they call it the Swiftie effect because of
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Taylor Swift.
And I bet some of it is even like the halftime performer, right? Like that plays a role for some people.
Sure.
Like who was the performer last year? I don't even know. I know the year before was
one of the 1 year
Rihanna.
I remember was like the Death Row record. Like remember that with Eminem, and that was an awesome one. I remember what game.
I don't remember that one. The ones I was at, it was is it Rihanna?
I don't know.
Rihanna, and then Justin Timberlake was in Minneapolis.
Okay. All right, so I'll give you 2 more guesses. You got the first 2, so that's pretty good. Yeah. I think you'll have trouble with the rest.
Is there anything going back in the 80s or 90s?
Not that far back now.
Okay. Let's go Patriots, Giants. I don't even know what year that is. What year was that when they were going for the perfect season?
Can't remember that one. Yeah.
That was that was where the Giants beat the 49ers. The Giants beat the Patriots.
I don't remember what the year that was. But no, that was not on the list. But there is a Patriots on the list.
Okay.
So I'll give you what do you think? What other game do you think is really good about? You got to think of a pretty classic one.
Classic game. Oh, okay. The game itself, or what led up to the game?
Well, no, it was a classic game for sure.
How about the Pittsburgh one with the James Harrison interception return?
Not on the list, but no, you stick with the Patriots. You had that right. Obviously that's a lot of. What team did they play? Correct, Brandon. That's the one.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm thinking like, obviously that was an amazing end to a Super Bowl, but like, the people had to be watching before that. It's not like
Yeah, but it was a good game, I think, the whole time too. But anyway, yeah. So that was. I'll tell you the rest. So that was Super Bowl 49. Had 114 million viewers, pretty close to pretty strong viewers. But
Yeah.
1948, that was the Seahawks Denver Broncos. That was 112 million. And 1950, which was Denver Carolina, had 112 million. So.
Are you saying 1950? What are you saying?
No, 50. No, 19. Not 19.
Those are what you're saying.
49, 48, and 50 were the
Super Bowl 50. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, it's because you just figured more modern, but yeah, that makes sense. I guess they're probably factoring in like who's watching throughout the game. That's why that.
Yeah, I don't know the
Patriots
full,
game.
I don't know how they actually count it, but yeah.
Like probably like some of the blowout games would be like lose some steam.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the draft from me, right? My final pick.
Yep.
All right. I'm not sure. I don't love my chances of winning this one, but I'm gonna go with the classic. One of my favorite announcers when growing up and listening to him call Michigan games. I'm gonna go with Keith Jackson, the actual announcer, not the football player. But
yeah, I think that'd be a lot of people would be on that pick.
classic had the "Oh Nelly." It's gonna be something hot one here tonight.
Well, ironically, what I was talking about earlier, when the 1971 Eagles' first Monday Night Football game, they're playing the Giants. I talked about Howard Cosell got like hammered in the press box while he was calling the game, and it was like slurring his words, like saying things that weren't. It was a terrible broadcast.
Yeah.
Ended up getting sick at halftime, vomited on Don Meredith's shoes, who was also his announcer, his co-host. But the other announcer in that booth was Keith Jackson.
Okay.
So that was the Monday night crew.
I think he's more known probably for college football, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That might have been early in his career because that was I don't know, 71. So I don't know when he started.
Yeah,
but,
probably. Wait.
Yeah. All right, that's a good pick. All right. Let's see, where do we go now? I'm down with a couple guys here. You know, I know we've had a debate about this gentleman already in this podcast, but the voters aren't going to know this debate, but I'm going to go Chris Berman. I mean, the man with like so many great. I mean,
He's not
he
an
did
announcer.
He announced some games.
He announced like a couple games, and he was
look,
horrible announcing games.
No, he announced the home run derby every year. Right, that's a game.
Just so you can go back. That's all he was.
Yeah, that's what.
Not even, I don't know that. Yeah, that's like being an announcer for the dunk contest. Like that's not like it's not an announcer. It's pretty weak. Pretty weak pick.
Berman calls play-by-play of select Major League Baseball games for ESPN, which included the home run derby.
He did. Yeah, he did. But I just don't think he's very good. He's really not good at football, I will say. He's called a couple of those games.
Oh, he's excellent.
Oh no, he's bad. But okay.
I mean, yeah, he could go all the way. He's a great one. Well, the guys.
Yeah, but that's not him calling.
I know. I'm just calling his great quotes like whoop whoop whoop. All those things. What else did he do? Let me look up some Bermanisms.
Yeah, but they're. It's like. It's not him calling. It's not him being an announcer. He's just.
We're just off of that at this point. We're just on to fun Chris Berman quotes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right. I mean, the back. I mean, you already went over that one. Damn, I hate these lists. They have to like click on the next page. So annoying. There's another great one I can't think of right now.
So do you want to go through our other list? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Do you want to rip something or?
Yeah, we can finish off with a rip. Hold on, let me type this in here. I think that's a winning pick right there.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Like announcers of like actual thing, like Michael Buffer and there's a couple other guys.
I mean, that's the only one I can think of.
Maybe you're right.
I mean, how are we gonna?
It's true.
But on the Bob Uecker front, a good one would be like we've done all types of variety of sports movies, but sports movie characters is pretty good.
Yeah,
just like that's a pretty good one.
Brandon, I don't really. I don't wear them all that much, I guess. I mean, I wear them for like a couple hours or something. But I did wash one time, and I accidentally dried it. I think you can wash them. You just can't dry them.
You can dry them. You can wash them because I do wash my jerseys because I have a Randall jersey I wear to every Eagles game I probably have been to in like 10 years, 12 years now.
Probably a lot of beer on it.
Yeah, when you're in an Eagles game, I mean, there's times I've been doused with beer. I don't drink at games. Yeah. I've never had a beer at an Eagles game. But I mean, you're into some sloppy affairs in the bathroom and like so. I do.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting.
oh, yeah. Never mind. Horrible quote. I just mean it's a sloppy situation in there where that's sloppy affairs. What the fuck is wrong, man? I think I'm living up to your nickname pretty badly today.
Keith loves a good sloppy affair in the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie.
At an Eagles game,
that's what he's known for in high school. Sloppy affairs. Oh boy, you have a way with words, don't you?
Not tonight, I don't.
I know. How did I get shit like crapped on for that? And then this is what you say.
I know. I put pressure on myself by calling you out on the King of Babbling, and I just maybe he was talking about me.
Yeah, pretty
sure he wasn't.
Okay, so you want to go?
I know exactly, Sean. Thank God this is just a private thing we're doing with our friends.
Can't clip it and send it to all of his family and friends. Put it on Facebook.
I totally forgot what we're even talking about now.
Well, we can just go through the final picks.
Yeah.
So I had a couple. I mean, Howard Cosell was on my list. I don't remember him that well. And yeah, I mean, it's just the voice and stuff too, I guess. But he was on my list, of course. Marv Albert, that's one that I didn't pick, but
I was gonna pick Marv Albert less about his announcing, more about his announcing in that NBA game. Was it NBA Jam or what was that game we used to play that was like Marv Albert?
Or he says he's on fire or something, or is that the guy?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, whatever game we played, he was the announcer in the game. Oh, clipped. He clipped it.
Yeah, we'll have to use that for another.
That's going to be like
segment.
a divorce court proceeding, right? Judge, can we play this YouTube clip? Sloppy affairs in the bathroom. Alimony. All right.
Yeah. We have to. Maybe that'll be like story time.
Yeah.
Start it with sloppy affairs in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, Cosell, Andy, there's a great one.
Yeah, that's true.
He was calling a fight with a boxer that I hung out with one time. What the hell is his name? The guy who he was also an actor. He was in the movie. Was it Raising Arizona? Yeah. What is that boxer's name?
It's like Duke. Is it Duke?
Tex Cobb. Tex Cobb. So I hung out with him one time at Penn at like a vet school function. Wild guy.
What was he doing there?
He lives in Philly and he loved animals. So he was like there as like a charitable thing. And me and my buddy were like hanging out with him and went out with him after the event. Wild guy.
Did you have a
sloppy affair in the bathroom?
Long story short, sloppy affair in the bathroom.
Yeah, me and Tex Cobb. But NBA Jam, that's the game. But back to Tex Cobb. He was in a fight, I think, with maybe Ali.
Yeah.
And Cosell was like beating the hell out of him. And like you should hear Cosell's like broadcast of that fight, like just like calling it like a sham and like just like ripping the fact that they were letting this guy get beat to a pulp. Yeah. It was a wild call by Cosell.
Cosell was, I think he was friends with Ali too. I think they had a bit of a friendly relationship. But he's an interesting guy. Yeah, he's an interesting dude for sure. So I know you probably can't stand him. I think Troy Aikman actually is a pretty good announcer in terms of.
Aikman's the best in the game. I hate the Cowboys, but Aikman is like, I don't know why he's not higher up in the ranks. He should be number one in the booth.
Yeah,
he seems like he's pretty low in the tier, isn't he?
I guess. I mean, who's he with? He's with. Is he with Joe Buck? Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And Joe Buck was on my list. I hate Joe Buck.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
But more about baseball. I think he's pretty good in baseball.
Yeah, he's good. He's better in baseball for sure.
That's why I put him on my list. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I hate him in football, but I think he's pretty good in baseball. Yeah. But I mean, Philadelphia, he's like one of the guys Philly hates.
Yeah.
There's other guys we hate more, but.
Let's see. Frank Gifford. Remember, he was a decent announcer back in the day. I hate him. Oh,
I hated
really?
Frank
Okay.
Gifford.
I did have Vin Scully on my list. Johnny Most was one that I was potentially gonna. Do you know him?
Nah.
Do you don't know that voice? He was the guy that did the kind of late '80s basketball games for the Boston Celtics. Do you ever hear him?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Famous announce of when he's like, "Bird steals the ball," like he's got that like really gravelly voice.
Yeah. Isn't it a Havlicek or who was he calling?
No, it was Bird stole it and then he passed it to not Allen. What's his name? Their point guard at the time. You know what I'm talking about. He passed it to. I can't remember his name.
I'm thinking there's another classic Celtics call, isn't there, Mark? With like I think it was like Havlicek steals the ball or someone.
He may. I'm sure that was too. This was an '87 Finals Game 5, the Celtics versus the Pistons when they stole it from out of bounds. That's a pretty well known one.
Havlicek was the original. Okay.
Was that Johnny Most that called that one too? It may be. Maybe it was because he was pretty old by the time he called the '87 game. But
I got another great Philly one for me, and he's like a hoot to listen to. You would like him if you heard much of him. Was John Kruk?
Awesome. I've heard a little. He's
amazing as a color guy.
Okay, so he did both. Okay, I think by the time he called the Bird one, his voice was like had many years and probably a lot of whiskey in it. Tirico, I think, is pretty good actually nowadays too. He's one of my favorite like kind of announcer type guys.
Who's with him? Who's his color guy?
That's Collinsworth, I think, who I don't love, but
Collinsworth is.
Well, I'm not taking the team. I'm just taking the guy.
No, I know. Yeah, he's not bad. Tirico's not bad.
Okay. I don't know Denny Matthews. I know a lot of the local guys. I mean, obviously, I don't know. Like Vince Scully's obviously a pretty local guy, right? For LA.
And Harry Carey.
Harry Carey.
Aunt Girl Dad talked about at the beginning of the episode.
Sure.
Another one that I really like, and he's not on like. He doesn't get any like major games. He's on the radio. He does like Eagles preseason games.
Of course.
But local guy, and he didn't play for the Eagles though. But I'm gonna go with Ross Tucker. You ever listen to Ross Tucker?
No, I don't know.
He's really good. If you listen to him, he'll do like he does a lot of radio games, but he does some NFL broadcasts, but he's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it was funny. He did one where he was calling a Monday Night Football game, and he was calling the Ravens game, and he was talking about like just going on and on about how Justin Tucker was such a great kicker only because of his last name, and he was like going on and on about it, and like immediately when he said that, he missed like 2 kicks in a row. It was like very humorous. I know Justin Tucker's in the news for other reasons.
Yeah.
As far as that, Andy, a little news in the sports world, and No Bangers podcast talked about this, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Did you hear about the breaker controversy? The car breaking.
Which one? I mean, there's been a couple of them, but not recently. What?
Very recently, the backyard breaks.
Oh yeah, those guys been a lot of issues in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one's worse because they're almost like they suspended the dude. They almost got him kicked off of whatnot. They didn't yet.
Oh wow.
But the dude like made these very weird, offensive comments about his like, sort of like, the sexuality of his daughter, like putting her on OnlyFans. Very weird comments.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's like
see. Yeah.
I mean, I think he was trying to be like dark comedy, but it was just brutal. And I guess nobody.
Yeah.
So that's all in the news. So I think he's suspended, but he's part owner of the company, I think.
Yeah.
So that's all over the news. Like, why haven't these companies like cut ties with them? Because they've done other things that were shady, right? Like,
well, they swapped out like this huge card and said that they weren't going to give it to they were giving it away and then they took it back and stuff. Yeah.
That was the big one. Yeah, I forget how they were giving it. They gave it away to someone. They gave a pack away to someone.
A free pack away to somebody, and then they pulled like I don't know, it was probably a $10,000 or $20,000 card. I forget who it was, but it was a big.
If it was Herbert or someone like that,
or Stroud maybe. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but it was huge.
Yeah, like of course we can't give this card away. It's too good.
Yeah,
basically what they said, and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So,
I mean, if you don't have your word in that stuff, then it's that's over.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Anyway,
cool. So not the best breakers, but all right. So that's I guess that wraps it up for this week. Andy, do we have a topic next week yet?
I don't think so. It's a non-sports topic, so kind of the sky's the limit on this one. So
yeah,
we could.
And then we talk. So when is next week? That is the 12th.
That's
so So we did talk about having
a few days before the Valentine's Day. Yeah,
we did talk about having the significant others on again. I don't think mine has any interest in doing it again.
Oh, really?
I'll try to broach that topic again between now and then.
Mine's all for it. She's
I know.
down.
I know. I can't. Yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about though. What was the
doing like best couples of history?
Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever. Pop culture cats we talked about too. Whatever. But I don't think.
Yeah. Talk to her. Yeah. Valentine's draft. Yeah. No, we'll have to do something love related, and not mention Keith in the bathroom of a Eagles.
Yeah. If Mrs. Flip's on next week, do not talk about sloppy affairs in the Eagles bathroom at the Link bathrooms.
Worst gifts is not bad. It's not bad.
Cannot do that one.
Oh, because you've done some bangers.
Yeah, the worst Valentine's Day gift ever. I told you. I guess I'll bring it up now. Might as well, right? But yeah, Valentine's Day, 25 years ago.
25 years ago, jeez.
Yeah, a long time ago. A certain person was expecting maybe an engagement ring.
How old were? Or, no, not how old, but how long have you guys been married?
I don't even know.
It's true love. True love.
Oh, maybe not 25 years. It's less than that.
Oh. I don't know. I'd be down for that. A little earwax removal. Nothing like a nice.
What does that mean? A gift?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta like tag her and there's just post on Instagram. We want Mrs. Flips on.
We want Mrs. Flips. So where did you get her?
So yeah, instead of an engagement ring, I got her a singing hamster from CVS on the way home from school. Did not go over well. I still have that hamster. Yeah, she was so angry, that hamster.
She was so angry. He's really a very romantic person.
Why did I bring that up on YouTube?
That's amazing.
This is this late in the podcast, but nobody's probably gonna see it. All right, but yeah, we'll try to get that. Otherwise, we'll do some other draft. We'll see how it goes.
Yep,
I'm usually good gift giver. I was in school. It's a busy time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're good at giving gifts as long as she tells you exactly what to get you.
No. I'm generally a good gift giver. I mean,
now he just buys expensive stuff. That's just to sort of buy your love, right? I mean, that's what you usually do, right? You always see.
I mean, don't we all? That we. I mean.
I thought maybe make her a Valentine's card, something.
Nobody wants a handmade Valentine's Day card.
I don't know. All right. Well, good. It was a good draft. I like it.
Yeah.
We'll see how we do. See if you can break the streak. I feel like I'm coming on strong. That sounded weird, but
break the streak. You won one in a row, so that's Is that what you're saying?
It's a streak.
It's a new streak of starting.
Yeah.
All right. And then so we're 9 weeks. So we have 3 more weeks of the giveaway, right? 3 more weeks. So right now it's between. Right. This is week 9.
This is yes. So. Yep. So we'll have 10, 11, and 12 are still left to go.
Yeah. So 3 more weeks.
2-way tie with Mark and Rushmore, but plenty of people are in there.
Then we go to back-to-back wins. You're in the lead, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Or even if we kind of get a tie in there, we'll have to figure out something to do on that. But
well, we just do a spinning wheel or something. Yeah. Or I don't know how we'll do it otherwise. We can. We'll talk. We'll talk about that.
You just do. Guys, those 3 could pick we could have something up there, and the closest person wins it all.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's not bad. Guys, I think we're gonna do a live rip Friday night. Sean, are you doing any kind of live on Friday night? I don't know if Sean's still in the chat, but we're gonna probably do it earlier anyway, in case he is doing something Friday night.
Yeah.
It'll be a quick live rip. We were gonna do a rip tonight, but we went a little long anyway.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow morning, check out Dan and Demand's channel. Let me type that in the type it in the chat real fast. I'll put that link in. Give me 1 second. I've been searching Chris Berman quotes for a long time. I cannot find them.
Earwax remover is a tough. That's a tough one to.
Like one of those like neti pot kind of things.
I guess for your ears, maybe. I mean, was this something that you asked for? Or you were like, Brandon, this is the best sort of expression of my love. It's an earwax remover. I love that.
So there's Dan in the man's channel. So check out Dan's channel tomorrow morning. I'll be on his channel, his new episode 2 of his new podcast. And then check me out on Dibbed It tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Me and Dan as well, co-hosting. Cards, memorabilia, hats. I mean, all kind of toys. Got a little bit of everything over there. I was running. And then I think I have another Whatnot scheduled tomorrow night, 9 p.m. selling Pennants again. So, and then we'll be back on a live rip on Friday night.
Oh my God, bobby pins. So you're strictly, it was a gift for both of you, right? I guess. That's interesting.
Bobby pin. I don't even know what a bobby pin is. Is it like a safety pin?
Yeah.
You put that in your ear?
I mean, no. Well, Brandon clearly was looking out for the best, the best health of his wife, and said, "No, we're not using bobby pins anymore. We're using a professional earwax cleaner."
Are we sure it's not a bobby pin? You mean a Q-tip? Maybe not a Q-tip?
No, I won't think he would be crazy over a Q-tip.
I mean, but you cannot put a pin in your ear.
Well, I mean, shaped metal. Oh. The U-shaped metal hair clip. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, we don't know our hair products very well.
No.
All right. Well, anyway, off the earwax removal onto what's coming up in the channel. But I think we already went over that too. But I have a video coming out Saturday 1:00. I have to get scheduled. I have to make it still to get it editing. But guys, we'll see you next week. We'll see you tomorrow or Friday night on the live, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Oh.